Now, that might sound like a lot, but what I'm going to go through are the different types of things that these colleges and universities request when you enter into the application process. Number one, colleges and universities, they want to see a full record of your academic history from 9th grade to 12th grade, all of your high school experience. That being the case, they're going to look at what we would consider your curriculum to see the overall grades that you had in every one of your subjects, in every one of your grades. They do this to see what type of academic student you are, as well as to also get a better understanding of how rigorous your academic history has been, how much you've been challenged, and how much you have been academically developed in order to be prepared for that college and university that you're applying to. Number two, college and universities abroad want to see some type of external exam that many students across the country or many students across the world take. An example of this type of exam would be the SAT. This is an exam made by the College Board, an academic company in the United States that creates kind of a standardized exam per se, that then is shared with students around the country and around the world. Students then take that exam, and then college and universities can compare those students, being that the exam was standardized. Number three, college and universities abroad, they want to see personal statements of yours. And what a personal statement is basically an essay based on a topic that describes who you are. An example of a personal statement prompt could be something like, tell me about a challenge you had in your life and how you overcame it. Or tell me about one of your greatest struggles, your greatest opportunities, one of your greatest moments that you worked as a team. These essays are an opportunity for you to describe not only a little bit about yourself and what you believe, but also explain to that college or university what you will bring to their campus, what you will add to that larger mosaic that they're trying to paint and build on their campus. Number four, colleges and universities are going to request that you submit letters of recommendation to their universities in your application. What is this? Very simply, it is a letter that either a teacher, an academic advisor, or someone in coordination writes for that student, recommending them to that institution or university. In those letters, our teachers, our coordinators, our academic advisors and mentors, they talk about the qualities, they talk about the different experiences that our students have had and why they would be a benefit, why they would be a boon, why they would add value to that college and university, and how they recommend them. Number five, if you pass through the first round and you get to a place where the university has interest in you, they will set up an interview with you with a representative from that college and university. Now, this is a little bit more difficult here in Brazil, where these universities abroad are very far. But for larger, more prestigious universities that have extremely large alum networks, there will be many people who study that university who live in a certain city or town. Number six, we're going to see many of these colleges and universities ask for financial aid documents. These are documents that basically prove your family's financial capability to pay for the education that you are going to receive at that college or university. Now, many colleges and universities are extremely expensive, especially those in the United States. And many of them recognize that they do not want to put a barrier between you and studying in that school just because of how much it is to go to that school. So in that documentation, that paperwork that the university asks in your application, they'll see how much your family makes, they'll see how much your family could contribute to your education, and from there they factor that information in order to see how much of a bolsa, of a potential scholarship that you might be eligible for in your application package. All of these different elements, they can actually be found on different platforms. Because what we're going to see is different colleges and universities, when you sit down and you put together all of those different elements, they're going to ask you to submit them to that college and university. Now, very few of them ask you to send them directly, especially those that are abroad in Europe, for example. However, the majority of colleges and universities in the United States, in Canada, and in other areas around the world, for example, in Western Europe, they use something called the College Application Common Application, okay? Otherwise known as the Common App. And the Common App is just a platform that all of us can use, where you make an account, you submit your different application elements, and then from there, those universities partner on that platform, and you can send them one by one to those universities in a very clean, organized, and cohesive manner. So that's the application process in a nutshell. It is complicated, it is at times difficult, but at the end of the day, once those elements are in place, and once an understanding of how to use those platforms is mastered and put together, applying to those universities becomes very simple. And it is from there that those universities are able to take a look and see you as a student, your son or your daughter as a student themselves, and see if they're the type of student that that university wants and wants to embrace in their community. Now, in our next video, we're going to be talking about exactly what we do at EAV in order to prepare your son or daughter for that process. So stay tuned, be with us back, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Have a good one.